There were no votes for the section. Correspondence? No correspondence? Any public comments on agenda items 6 to 11? No. Okay, superintendent's report. Linda?
Well, at this time, we're just getting ready for the 16-17 school year. We don't have any presentations this evening, Chairman Marciano.
Thank you very much. And we'll go right into the agenda.
Be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the financial report as submitted.
Motion by Mrs. Picard, seconded by, who seconded? Ron Iannetta. Discussion, all those in favor? Opposed, ayes have it, so voted. Next item.
Be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the homeschool requests as submitted.
Motion by Mr. Iannetta, seconded by Mr. Andriosi. Discussion, all those in favor? Opposed, ayes have it, so voted. Next item.
Be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the field trip requests as submitted.
Motion by Mrs. Picard, seconded by Mr. Andriosi. Discussion, all those in favor? Opposed, ayes have it, so voted. Next item.
We do not have any textbook inventory removal this evening, so we'll go to the next item. Be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the class of 2017 senior class trip contract as submitted.
Motion by Mrs. Picard, seconded by Mr. Iannetta. Discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it, so voted. Next item.
The next item, be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the local 920 collective bargaining agreement as submitted.
Motion by Mr. Palmieri,
Second.
seconded by Mrs. Picard and Mr. Andriosi and Mr. Iannetta, and the entire committee. Discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it, so voted. Next item.
The next item is about the administrative contracts, and I believe there's a discussion.
Okay, Stephen, do you want to move that? Administrative contract? Administrative contract, what we just said.
Yeah, I make a motion that we accept the addition to the future administrative contracts as written.
Motion by Mr. Palmieri, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Andriosi. Discussion, all those in favor? Opposed?
I would just like to.
Okay,
I would just like to add that the committee is aware of my concerns around that addition into the contract.
okay, thank you, Ms. Madison, Superintendent. Yes,
I am going to vote nay tonight. However, I'm not in disagreement with the termination clause. I would just like more time.
okay, thank you very much for your input. That's noted. All those in favor? Opposed?
Nay.
Okay. Let the record show that Mrs. Picard did not vote for it. She will vote for it at a future time. Next item.
Mr. McNamee, is the bid for the vent systems going to be tabled this evening?
Yes, it is. We're going to try to do that through the Housing Aid Program. So we'll be submitting an application this fall for the ventilation system as well as the boiler at Ritchie.
So item number 9 is going to be tabled. The next item, be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the resignations as submitted.
Moved by Mr. Iannetta, seconded by Mr. Andriosi and Mr. De Silva, right? Yeah. Discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it, so voted. Next item.
The next item is retirements, and this evening we have 3 dedicated and amazing teachers retiring from North Providence. They are Peter Mansella, who taught language culture at Birchwood, Sandra Lenato, social worker at Maryville School, and Mary Wojcik, a grade 1 teacher at Sunnydale. I must say that I have had the honor and privilege to work with them over the past 3.5 years, and they will truly be missed.
Thank you very much. I would echo.
Make a motion to accept the retirements with regret.
Motion by, seconded by Mr. Iannetta. A committee. That is, we regret their outstanding teachers. Next item. Favor?
Aye.
Have it so voted. Next item.
Be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the leave of absences as submitted.
Motion by Mr. Seconded by Ms. Iannetta. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted. Next item.
We do not have any layoffs this evening, but we do have appointments. This evening, I would like to recommend the appointment of Jennifer Goulding, a girls' cross-country coach at North Providence High School, 1 year only. Janine Spader, and she's here with her husband in the audience, so if you'd like to stand, Janine. She is going to be a personal assistant at Ritchie School effective 8/29/16. Holly De Silveria, a reading specialist at Greystone. It's a 1-year-only position, filling in for a teacher who's taken a leave, effective date 8/29/16. Stephen Richards, music teacher at Wayland and Maryville School, effective date 8/29/16. Joelle Cervello, occupational therapist district-wide, effective date 8/29/16. Jennifer Gorgon, school nurse at McGuire, effective date 8/29/16. Stacy Pecora, severe and profound teacher at North Providence High School, effective date 8/29/16. And Carolyn Sagamagno, job coach for the transition program at the high school, effective date 8/29/16. And Carol actually is here. She's at the back.
Okay, we need a motion. Mrs. Picard, seconded by Mr. De Silva. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. The next item.
We do not have any layoffs, and we do not have any displacements. Be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the grant writer job description as submitted.
Need a motion? Motion by? Who made the motion, Steve? Oh, Ryan? Motion by Mr. Iannetta, seconded by Mr. De Silva and Mr. Palmieri. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. So voted. Next item.
And then be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the Human Resource Director's job description as submitted.
Motion by Mr. Andriozzi, seconded by Mrs. Picard. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. So voted. Next item.
The second reading of the distribution of community event notifications, it's not a vote, it's just the second reading this evening. And then just a little update on the school realignment program. As you know, we've been working with Gil Bain and trying to get ready for our upcoming bond referendum. And we've formed a small committee to start to look at how the students would be redistributed if we are to build 2 new schools. It's really in the very beginning stages of that conversation. We're starting to work with our GIS coordinator from the town. She's mapping our K-1 students onto a map to just kind of see where they cluster and live. Once the bond passes, we would like to put together a more comprehensive committee. We'd like to get a lot of community input, put a lot of options together, have a consultant look at those options, and then make a recommendation with consultant to make those kind of planning probably a year and a half from now. But we really need to start thinking about what that would look like. And so that's the only thing I wanted to bring the committee up to date on that.
Okay, thank you for that report.
And then be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the use of properties as submitted.
Motion by Mr. Iannetta, by Mrs. Picard. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. So voted. Next item.
Be it resolved that at the recommendation of the superintendent, the North Providence School Committee consider and vote to approve the list of bills as submitted.
Motion by Mrs. Picard, seconded by Iannetta. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. So voted. Next minutes.
Executive session minutes applicable, 46-4-5, the date of June 22nd.
Mrs. Picard to seal the minutes, second by Mr. De Silva. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. So voted.
And a motion to approve the special meeting minutes July 11th and open meeting minutes on June 22nd. Although, just to make sure I said June 22nd and not July, the last one.
Okay. Make sure the record, please make sure the record reflects that. Motion by Mrs. Picard, seconded by Mr. Palmieri. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. So voted. Any pending business?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Robert's rules of order said. Outdoors, pretty good. You came in late, you left early. 15. Came in late, you left